Hello, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City and Westchester. Today, my special guest is Katharine Richards, and she's of the law office of Katharine J. Richards, PC in Garden City. Katharine, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
So, Katharine, describe your practice and your duties at the firm.
Okay, we are a practice that concentrates mostly in protecting people, their families, and their assets. So we work with clients who are just starting out, 18-year-olds, to make sure they have their power of attorney and their medical proxy in case, God forbid, there's an accident. Young couples just starting out, having babies, needing to protect the children if, God forbid, something happens to the parents. And we work all the way up to people who are far into retirement and need to protect what they have from the government in the event they get sick, and also in the event they are above the limit at which there is a tax due to either New York State and or to the federal government. So we work with people to protect themselves, their family members, and their assets, because nobody should have to pay one penny more in taxes or for services than we absolutely have to.
Now, Katharine, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
It's a very good question because I believe that your clients need my services the minute they step through your door, unless they're coming in simply for a post-nup because something has changed. If people are in the process or contemplating separating or getting divorced, you need to either do or redo your medical proxy and your power of attorney because, as you're very well aware, divorces can take years and they can be extremely acrimonious. So I don't know one person who would want their potential ex-spouse to be their plug puller or in charge of their finances during the pendency of a divorce proceeding. And also, as you know, obviously you know, there are certain things you can change before you commence a divorce action and certain things you cannot after you commence a divorce action. So if you're planning on changing beneficiaries, if you're planning on changing your will, if you're planning on setting up a trust, um, there are certain things you have to do ahead of time, and there are certain things you should do. So, but most important is if you think this is coming, you should at least update or change your documents to make sure the person you now want to divorce or you think is going to divorce you is not in charge of your medical decisions and your finances.
Right. So, Katharine, what would be the best way for a prospective client or other professional to contact you?
They can either call my office at 516-505-1780, or they can email or go through our website, and we set up a consultation, either telephone call, video, in person. Everyone in my office is vaccinated. Every single person in this office is vaccinated, whether they work for me or not. So, but we still follow all the protocols. And if somebody is referred by you, we waive our consultation fee, and it's a full consultation. So we'll give them up to the full 2 hours if they want it or need it. And we go through their entire situation. We give our recommendations, we give the cost for everything, and then it's up to the client to decide what they want to do. But generally speaking, they should either email or call the office.
Great. So now, Katharine, we have now come to the most important part of the show, and that is the question of the week. So I'm going to refer to my notes so that I make sure I get the question correct. So, Katharine Richards, this is your question of the week. So as a result of the vaccinations, stadiums and arenas are now allowing more fans in the stands. If you could get a ticket to any show or event in the universe, what would you want a ticket to and why?
Well, if it were, my dream, it would probably be, I know you probably would say the 69 World Series. I'm sorry to say for you, a whole lot more World Series for the Yankees to choose from.
That's true. That's true.
But I actually, they're really, it's it's not really and I apologize for not being more succinct, but it's not more of a place. But as much as I really would love to have been able to see Hamilton with my mother, she would have absolutely loved to see it. She didn't live long enough to. So either that or the, 1951 World Series. But we're going with that.
That's a great answer. And Katharine Richards, you've said it all. You are helping protect people's lives and assets and families one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being an amazing guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. This was really very exciting, and I appreciate the opportunity to do this. I love this. This is great, and it's good to see you finally.
You too.